Mark, making higher education more affordable in Connecticut.
This is really a big topic being talked about at the state capitol today. Channel 3 Hartford Bureau Chief Aya Galal is live at the Legislative Office building in Hartford with more for us this afternoon. Hi, Aya.
Hi, Mark and Aaron. Yeah, and lawmakers here are addressing ways to make college more affordable and also keep graduates here in Connecticut once they complete their degrees. And so a public hearing has been going on today, and lawmakers are hearing from students as well as professors. And it's the Higher Education and Employment Advancement Committee that is holding today's public hearing. Lawmakers are discussing a number of bills, including Senate Bill number 8. It's an act concerning higher education affordability and graduate retention. The bill is looking at expanding the eligibility pool for the PACT program. That program provides up to 3 years of debt-free community college to first-time Connecticut school graduates seeking higher education. The bill would also provide more financial support for students who may need assistance with the cost of school supplies and books for coursework.
Right now, we have a workforce pipeline issue. We want to get more undergraduates into school and then out of school, especially in career fields that we're in dire need of. So nurses, teachers, those are really two of the top ones.
And the bill is also looking at expanding scholarship opportunities. I'm going to have much more on that coming up on Eyewitness News at 5 p.m. For now, reporting live at the Legislative Office building in Hartford, Aya Galal, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Aya.